beautiful ones. Fran here, back with another video. You guys know the drill. Before we go any further, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure that you hit this subscribe button and that you thumbs up this video, as well as leave me a comment about what you think about this video. So I just want to thank you guys. Even though I say thank you, I want to thank you for your support, and I want to thank you for everything that you do to help me do what I do, because really we're doing it together. And I just really am very thankful. Today my heart has just been filled with joy for you guys, and just Thanksgiving, just for life, and for just being thankful. But okay, enough about that. Not really. There's never enough. It's never enough about being thankful. But anyway, what I want to talk to you guys about is a technique that I use, that I've been using for about maybe 10 years now, that I was taught by one of my spiritual mentors years ago, because I used to be a really big worrier, and I used to suffer with like anxiety over everything. Like, okay, all right, how's that? What is that? What is that? What is that? And when I was introduced to this technique, I really thought, I don't know about that, because maybe, you know, I was feeling some kind of way about doing this, because I thought, well, I could just pray, or I could just, you know, go into the silence. I could just, you know, just ask. And what was happening with me is that I was asking and I wasn't letting it go. So a lot of you have emailed me about the process of being able to let it go. How can I manifest? How can I create? How can I ask God for things? And how can I manifest things that I'm supposed to be holding on to, but I have to let it go? I don't understand how to do that. And it's a very hard process for me to do that. Well, back when I started doing this, it was really hard for me to do it. It was hard for me to just release and symbolically let go of things, because I was in my head a lot, like a lot of you are. I was in my head a lot. I was trying to figure it out. I wanted to help God figure it out. I wanted to make it happen, but I just could not do that. And I was not moving and giving my heavenly staff room to make it happen. It's kind of like if you ask somebody for a cup of tea, right? Like, letting go is like if you ask somebody for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or whatever you drink, and they say, okay, I'm gonna get it for you, hold on a second, and you are sitting there and they haven't gone in the kitchen to get you your tea yet, right? You get up and you go in the kitchen and you get the tea, and they're like, I said I was gonna do it. But because they're not doing it fast enough for you, you think you're going to just do it yourself. That's how we are with God. We get in the way. Symbolically, we stand put and we say, okay, God, I know you're going to do this for me. But then if God does not do it quick enough, we want to jump in and do it ourselves. So that's why this technique is so powerful. And I know you guys are like, get to the technique, Fran, get to the technique. But I have to tell you some things around the technique first, so that you understand that this is really a very powerful thing. And I try to give you guys powerful tools to use so that, you know, you can start to see things manifest and unfold in your life. And right now is really a great time, even though there's a lot going on in the world and, you know, there's a lot of things happening. This is really time for you to go inward and seek and gain clarity around what you desire, and come out on the other side of this in a better position. Because a lot of us, all we have is space and time. Some of us have businesses, some of us have family, but you also have that same 24 hours in a day that a lot of you have emailed me and said, I don't have enough time to sit in the silence. All you got is time right now. So this is a great time for you to get clear in your mind about what it is you desire and how you want it to show up in your life. but it's also a good time to trust and increase your faith in God and increase your faith in the move of the universe and divine timing, divine alliance, divine appointments, which I know you guys keep asking me about the divine alliance and divine appointments. I'm going to do a video on that, but this is all encompassing that, right? This is all about creating in your own space and taking responsibility for those creations. So without further ado, what I am talking about is my God box. Now, a lot of you have maybe heard of the God box. You've maybe heard me talk about the God box. You've maybe heard people talk about the God box or the prayer box, or leaving it on the altar. Whatever you've heard, it's kind of the same thing. It's the things that you can't handle, the things that you can't let go of, the things that you constantly keep milling in your head, they go in your God box. Now, when you choose a God box, some people use a regular shoe box. When I started, I had just a regular shoe box that I had decorated and I made it really pretty, and I put on there my God box. And I put a slot in the box, like a mail slot, like, you know, so I could just drop it in. And I used that. I would put everything that I thought was too big for me to handle, or that I had been struggling with for long periods of time, or that I was not seeing a breakthrough in my God box. Today, though, because I honor this God box techniques and I honor this God box ritual so much, that I have bought this really pretty, can you guys see this? Amazing box. Most of you know I'm a bling bling girl. I love glitter and I love bling bling. So I bought this really pretty mirrored box. It's beautiful. When I look at the box, it makes me happy. And the box to me is a symbolism of, here's my prayers to God. Here's all those things I want my heavenly staff to handle. So I'm going to put it in there and I'm going to leave it. Now, let me tell you some specifics about your God box. Again, you can use any box that you want. I made mine really pretty because I love pretty things. I love things that dazzle and things that bling. I just love that. That's just who I am. That's who your girl is. I'm that girl. But I wanted it to be special because I felt like the things that I was putting in this box were special and they were important. And not only were they special and important to me, they were important and special to God and my heavenly staff. So I wanted them to be pretty. Now, there's a couple of things that you have to do to consecrate your box, right? Because you can just get any old box and you can put on the lid, my God box, and throw stuff in there and things are not going to happen. So there are some things that you do to activate the frequency and the vibration of the God box, right? All right. Now, one of the things that you do is no matter what box you're using, if it's your shoe box, if it's your son's size 13 shoe box, if it is a box that you've gotten that you kept, any kind of box, no matter what kind of box it is, the first thing you want to do is you want to clear the energy of that box. Now, you hear me say that all the time. When I bought this box, I thought, oh my God, it's so pretty. Now, let me tell you something. I didn't just go into the store and pick up the first box, right? When I was searching for my God box, because it was special to me, and it is special to me, and it's going to do magical, amazing, miraculous things for me, right? I wanted to feel good. Before I bought this box, I had a really pretty wooden brown box that I was using, painted silver. And the reason for the silver in color is because in Feng Shui, silver just activates the frequency of any kind of magnetic vibration. Whole nother video, y'all. Whole nother video. But you know I'm a woo girl, and we will get into those things. Stay with me, I promise. So I painted it silver. I painted the brown box silver. It was really pretty, kind of glittery. Took it outside and just said, okay, I'm going to paint this. I'm going to make it pretty. Because I couldn't find the box that I wanted at that point. At that point, I could not find a really pretty silver box. So I love this brown box. Brought it home, painted it, and I used it for a while. But it just did not feel like me. When you have a God box, you can start out with your shoe box, especially if you need to start like tonight. Start out with your shoe box. But you want a box that is going to represent you, how you feel, how you think. So when your eyes connect with your box, right? When your eyes connect with your box, you're like, ooh, this is my box. Gonna do really great things for me. I kind of like this box a lot. I like this box. So I used that box and things happened, but I wanted something else. So that's my story about my God box and finding one. There are some things that you need to do with any box you use. Brand new, shoe box, old box you find in the basement, whatever. There's something you need to do with your box before you can actually start using it. So the first thing is you want to clear and cleanse your box. When I clear and cleanse any product, the first thing I start with is sage or Palo Santo. I use that and I clean it. I clean the inside, the outside, around, and I clean it. And as I clean and clear it, I'm praying over it. Or I may be saying any kind of energy that is non-conducive to my energy. Any kind of negative energy. Anything that does not work for me, I now release from this box. And I infuse this box with amazing, attracting, energetic frequency, blah, 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 blah. I keep going. Whatever comes to mind about how powerful this box is going to be, I say it over the box. Then after I cleanse it with my sage, I use our energy cleansing spray, which those are my cleansing tools. If you have cleansing tools, feel free to use them. I use my own because I know what's in them and I know the power of them. You have tools, use them. So I cleanse it with my energy cleansing spray, and then I take some of our energy clearing incense, and then I reseal the box. So at that point, I seal the box with all those good intentions, all that good energy, all that good juju, all that good woo-woo, and I seal the box. Then I let my box sit for 3 days. Do you guys know why 3 days? What'd y'all say? Do you know why 3 days? 3 days symbolizes completion in the Trinity, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I do everything I do in threes. If I'm burning candles, I burn them in threes. If I am taking spiritual baths, I take them in threes. We'll have to talk about that later. Anyway, I let the box sit for 3 days. I have so much to tell you guys. I have so much I want to teach you. I have so much to teach you. I'm so excited. I let it sit for 3 days. And after the 3rd day, I go back to my box and I begin to prepare it to receive my petitions, my offerings to God, my worries, my concerns, whatever. Whatever I feel that I am having a hard time letting go of, I put in this box. Now, there's one more step before you can start putting your petitions in this box. The inside of my box is black in color, right? It's black in color. Oh, I have my petitions in here. Let me take those out. I'll show you all these. I'm not going to show you my petitions, but I'll show you this. And let me say something to you guys. Let me say something to you guys before I go any further about the inside of the box. I'm just going to keep it real because your girl keeps it real. Some of y'all talk too much. And you're talking to the wrong people about your stuff. Stop telling your business. I cannot tell you that enough. People don't always have the same intentions for you you may have for them, or they don't always have the same intentions around what your intentions are. Stop talking so much. I said that to say this. Whatever you put in this box is between you, God, your heavenly staff, your ancestors, and your spirit guides. That's it. Point blank, period, the end. You, God, your angels, your heavenly staff, spirit guides, ancestors, that's it. It is nobody else's business what's in this box. Really, if you want the truth, it ain't nobody's business what this box is for. Don't go telling people, I started a God box, girl. I can't wait. Yeah, TT Fran told me to get us a God box. I can't wait to get that God box, girl. I cannot wait to see if this comes to pass. I got all this stuff in my God box. I got my man in my God box. I got my money in my God box. I done put my kids in the God box. Be quiet. Be quiet. Stop talking so much. All right. The inside, I cracked myself up, I'm telling y'all. The inside of the box, the inside of the God box, my box, was black, as you can see. Black velvet, which I loved. However, I needed the inside of my box to be red. Why red? Can't hear y'all. We have talked about what red symbolizes. We've talked about what red does. Red is a powerful color. There are so many symbolisms to the color red. Red energetically infuses anything with a higher vibrational frequency. Red also can symbolize spiritually the blood of Christ. Red symbolizes in feng shui power, attraction, higher vibration, energetic frequencies, magnetic frequencies. So you need the inside of your box to be red. If you cannot find, which you probably won't be able to find, but I don't know, maybe you can, a box that has the red interior, create your own red interior. I got some red wrapping paper, and I put it in my box. All right. Then I got my parchment paper. Now, we talked about this in another video. When I do my petitions, I do them on parchment paper, which we sell parchment paper in our store. And the reason I started selling parchment paper is because I couldn't find parchment paper. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use a brown paper bag. But the petitions that you write to God to be on your parchment paper are brown paper that you consecrate into holy paper. Parchment paper is known as holy paper, for those of you who don't know why you write your petitions on parchment paper. Also, I use red ink, right? Again, we're back with the red. You guys know what the red stands for. If you don't have a red pen, don't freak out. I mean, you can go buy a red pen. I love red Sharpies. I have Sharpies everywhere. I love Sharpies, period. But as you guys know, I love ink pens. So I always keep red Sharpies. I also keep a red pen as well. So you can use a red pen if you like. And when you sit down to write your petition, as you guys can see, these are kind of small. These were just dropped in. I have so many more, but not going to bring all those out. Anyway, every time I write my petition, right, when I go to put it in my box, in my God box, what I do is say, this or something better for my highest and best good. I open my box because symbolically I'm going to hand it to God, my heavenly staff. I open my box, I put my petitions in, and I close the box. I keep my box in my office, in my sacred space, in my corner. And I tell you why I don't keep it in my prayer space. Because these are already answered, right? And when I put them in my office and I come into my office and I see this beautiful box, it's not time to go to start going to work and Lord, it's not time to do that when you see your prayer box. It's time to start saying, I am so thankful. I am so grateful that everything in my box has been answered and done. I am so thankful, right? Then what I do every now and then is I go back to my petition that's in the box and I read them to see which ones have been done and which ones still are pending. I say pending because they're in process, right? Got me? Y'all follow me on that? Y'all like that? Okay. If they're done, I take them out, I give thanks for them, and then I burn them. I put them on a silver tray. You can use an aluminum foil pan, a tin pan, whatever, an ashtray, and I burn them. And as I burn them, it's the symbolic release that it is done, it is done, it is done. And I go on to the next thing. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something about this. This God box, a lot of people will talk to you about the God box, but they won't go into detail about the God box, right? They'll say, just put your stuff in there. You've got to prepare your God box for receiving, just like you have to prepare yourself to receive what you want. It's the same with the God box. You have to prepare yourself to receive what is coming. Sometimes I will even put crystals in my God box. I'll put rose quartz in there. I will put an amethyst in there. I'll put citrine in there. Whatever I'm feeling to infuse and kind of start the energy to really moving and start the spirit to just really moving, I'll put it in my God box. Then, if I feel it's done its job, I'll take it out of my God box. This is a very, very sacred practice, guys. It's a very powerful practice, and it works because it helps you to release and let go of all the anxiety and the struggle, and it takes all the burden off of you symbolically. And I can guarantee you that once you start using your God box, you will start to feel better, and then you will start to see things manifesting in your life, which will really make you feel good. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you come over to Instagram. Follow me over there. I'm always answering questions or giving something away or just keeping you motivated and uplifted. But really, make sure that you meet me here because we are raising consciousness and changing mindsets one video at a time. I want you guys to know that I love you. I am grateful for you. I am so thankful for each and every one of you. I told you my heart is just filled with gratitude today. As y'all can see, I'm smiling a lot. I'm really happy. And it's just because I just am really happy. So I just thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.